Hey up everyone, Magpie Gaming here. I hope you're all doing well and welcome to episode 80 of the latest news for Escape from Tarkov. Lots of changes have been made to the game in the last 24 hours, so I've got a list of things to go through with you guys. But first of all, yesterday as I made live my last video, Battlestate Games made a couple of tweaks to the game. So the first one was that all barters are being removed from the flea market. This is intended to impact RMT sellers the most, as the vast majority of players I think really use barter trades on the market too much. I know personally myself, it's very rare that I will ever touch them, because usually when you go to barter for something, you are giving over something that is way more valuable than the actual item you're trying to get hold of. So, but these are usually used by RMT sellers and are scams as well. So these are being removed from the market. Now they said that they've been removed from the market, but people are still saying that they're still able to make barters at the moment. So it looks as though it's going to be a change that's made sometime very soon. If not by the time this video is made live, I think it's just something that they can tweak in the background. I don't think there has to be any kind of update rolled out for that, but we will see. Also, a list of banned RMT sellers has been made public by Battlestate Games. I will put a link down below to the document where you can view those names. And then also yesterday evening they said that item examining will be removed from the game, and this is a permanent move. So I'm a little bit sad about this one, because I do like to see these odd items come up that I haven't examined before. You know, it's like something being new added into the game and you have to examine it. But it's also a big pain as well at the start of the game, but also one way to get straight to level 2 as well in the game. We won't be able to do that anymore. We will have to do maybe a couple of quests to get level 2. But yeah, that is now being removed from the game. Next up, the flea market rep has changed, lowering the cap needed to have that extra slot to sell a third item. So before you were only allowed 2 slots, and you had to get up to rep 30 before you got a third slot, which was just insane in my opinion. It's now been lowered down to 7, so it is a lot more attainable for people. Indeed, a lot of people may already be over that rep and you have now got a third slot. So, and there's a list on the screen now of how many slots you'll get according to how much rep you've got, but it has been lowered to get that third slot, so that is a good move in my book. Next up, the LEDX craft is back for everybody, but there is a caveat to this. You will need a book that you gain as a quest reward from the very first Lightkeeper quest in order to craft the LEDX. So whilst it's been put back for everybody, it's really not for everybody, because a lot of people wouldn't have got to that stage where you get that first Lightkeeper quest. But yeah, if you've done that and you kept the book, then you've got one of the needed items to craft LEDX with. Next up, Shooter Born in Heavens. The distance requirement for this quest has been lowered from 125 meters back down to 100 meters. I believe it was 100 meters before and then increased to 125. It's now back down to 100 meters. Cultist spawn rates have increased to 10%, so you will see them a lot more now. Rashala's spawn rate has been increased to 28%, which is a great move. He's usually the most common boss, but for me personally in this wipe, I've seen him once so far. Once in 2 and a bit months. It's not really that good, but hopefully I'll start to see him a lot more now. And they've also reduced the initial contact reaction speed of all bosses by 30%. So their initial reaction to seeing you is 30% longer now. So yeah, maybe the goons might be a doable sort of load of bosses to take on. I know whenever I've come across the goons, which coincidentally always seems to be on woods, they just insta-kill me. I get very little warning. It's just shots from a bush somewhere and I'm dead. So hopefully I might actually have a chance of taking them on now. They've also increased the minimum time from the start of the raid that's required for player scavs to spawn in. So player scavs won't be coming in as early in some of the raids. One of the maps that this will affect the most, I think, will be Streets, where you can come in at anywhere up to 40 minutes of the raid left. So that will have been lowered now. That's both good and bad depending on how you look at it. Some people like to have a long raid timer when they're going in as a player scav, because you can cause more upset to PMCs, and obviously you've got a longer time to loot on the map. Maybe for PMCs it's a bit of a downside, because you're going to have to wait longer to come for player scavs to come in if you're looking to farm scavs on a map. But you know, it's pros and cons to everything. Next up, camera recoil has been reduced by 25% on all weapons. Another good move in my opinion. I think weapon recoil was lowered a couple of weeks back, but the camera recoil wasn't lowered, you know, as much as a lot of us would like, but it's now being lowered by another 25%. They've adjusted the Bitcoin rate factor. I have to admit, I'm not too sure what that actually means. I think you probably get more Bitcoins per time. And I think the price of them has gone up as well. And then also the Q&A session that Nikita did a few days ago on Reddit has been summarized in a post on the Tarkov forum. I will put a link down below for that if you want to go and check out some of the questions that he was asked and some of the answers that he gave. And that is it for today's quick info blast on Escape from Tarkov. As I said in my latest Twitter post, there is a lot of news coming out thick and fast just recently with the game. I think some of it might be a little bit of damage control by Battlestate to try and alleviate some of the anti-cheat, drama that's been going on recently, but if that's what's giving us these good moves, then thanks for the drama. So yeah, as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Comment down below with any of your thoughts and feelings on anything in this video, what you think about some of the changes, good or bad, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.